Okay, good evening, guys. How are you doing today? Good evening, online. Good evening. Super. Hope everyone are doing good. Hi, good evening. Okay, so thank you very much again for joining these sessions. I again heartily welcome back to the AWS classes, and very good to see you all here again. So yesterday we just had a introduction. Yes or no? Yes or no? So we haven't started any classes yet. So yesterday we just had just an intro, like why we need to, what is this course about, and why we need to learn AWS and all this. Did we went into any technical topics? Not yet. So those who are joined today, so you have not missed anything. So just continue. Those who are new today, so my name is Riaz Sheikh. People call me Riaz sir. And I have 17 plus years of experience and also AWS certified. And if you want to know more about me, those who are new today, just go to Google and just type AWS by Riaz sir. You will get to know more about me. So I'm there in Google also in many places, right? Okay. As I promised yesterday, we will be starting this course from scratch. Yes or no? So I understand many of the people are you from non-IT. So we will more concentrate on the non-IT so that IT people can easily grasp the topic. Okay. All right. So are you ready for today's topic? Josh. Right. So if you feel that you have missed my introduction yesterday, don't worry, you will get the recordings. Okay. Don't worry, you will get the recording, Nana. City online. Okay. So let me share my screen. Yes, Mudassir, 100%. Okay, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well online? Okay, Nana. So as I, yes, you can, Navya, yes. Nana, this AWS course, as I got couple of questions, as I said yesterday, this AWS course is like umbrella. Yes or no? Everyone nowadays should learn AWS. Even though if you are a full stack on Java, if you are a full stack on some other thing also, if you are a Java guy, .NET guy, data science guy, or any other persons, everyone has to come under AWS only. So that's what I said. Irrespective of your technology, you should have one cloud technology with you. And which is the cloud technology that you will vote for? AWS. Okay. So with that being said, okay, I am putting the to everyone again so that everyone can see your messages online. Okay, Nana. So as I promised, let us talk about with from a very basic topics. Client server architecture. What is that? Client server architecture. And what is this? Client server architecture. Okay. So as I said, in my these years of experience, I have done many interviews. So when I ask this question, what is server? So I'm asking the same question to you now. What is a server? Okay, forget about server, Nana. What is a client? Whatever you get in your mind, just tell, no problem. Except Boothulu. What is a client? Online? Okay. Who gives work? Who demands? User? Huh. Bolo bhaiya, bolo. Huh? Okay. Business stakeholder gives money for work. See, online people are very interactive as always, very active. Okay. So now let me talk about this client. Are we interested about like those who is giving work and all? Will the client will give work directly to you? Will the client will give work directly to you? He will give the work to your company. So here we are talking about the client. No. Okay, let me take a best example. We need to take a client an example which is using regularly. We should be using regularly, which is related to the IT, which is related to that. So now your customer who is giving the work is related to IT? No, it is not related to IT. So he is just a customer. He needs some work. He pay money. He do the work. That is not related to IT. Let us learn which is technically what is client. Okay, I'll give the best example. Every day you use this component. You know what is that? Browser. What is that? Everyone knows what is browser, no? Laptop, you click on browser, you open and you type something, right? So that is called what? Browser. So Nana, what are you, from the browser, what are you doing? You are requesting for something, yes or no? From the browser, what are you doing? You are requesting for something. What are you requesting for? Google. What are the things that you are requesting? Tell me. Google, Flipkart, Facebook. Abba, you don't know any, huh? Huh? Gmail, AWS, LinkedIn, right? All these things, can we say it is as a resource? Google is a resource. Facebook is a resource. Everything, whatever you are requesting from the browser is a resource. And here the browser is called a client. Here the browser is called a client. What is a client, Anna? Can we say which request a resource? What is a client? Which request a resource? Simple as that. You know, yesterday I told you, what is the principle that we follow? Keys. What is that? Keep it simple. Let's keep it simple and then learn here what is a client. So if I take here the real example, yes, we'll go deeper also, but let's go one by one. Slowly we'll go. So here we have something called, you open the browser. This is browser, Nana. So the best example for the client is called here browser. You open the browser and you're typing what? Google.com. What are you typing? Google.com. And this browser, we call it as a client. What is a client? What is a client? Which request a resource. Say that, Anna. What is client? Client is which requests a resource. Okay. Okay. So now if anyone asks you, what is a client? Nana, as I said yesterday, please remember, I said that I will be injecting in your brains. Yes or no? You no need to write. Of course, you can write by yourself, no issues. You no need to write, but everything I'll be injecting in your brains. But the only thing what I need from you is this 1.5 hour concentration. Offline people, I can manage. Online also, everyone, please listen my voice. This 1.5 hour, just concentrate. I'll inject everything in your brains. Okay? Deal? Let's see. So what is a client? Say with me. What is a client? Which request a resource. What is a client, Anna? Which request a resource. Online, please put it in the chat. What is a client? Which request a resource. Nana, now you open the browser, Chitti. You open the browser and you type google.com. Google.com is a resource. You are requesting for a resource. There should be someone on the other side who should be responding to your request. No, resource, no, request. What is that? Who is that? Server. Who is that? So can we say server meaning which respond to that request? Which respond to that request or which respond to that resource? What is a client? Which request a resource. What is server? Which respond to that resource. Till yesterday, if you ask what is a server, you are saying what? Server, sir, the dabba, which will there in the backend. Now what do you say? What is server? which respond to a resource. Client meaning which request, server meaning which respond. You getting? Client which request and server is responding. So there is the other guy, there is the other side. One more person will be there. This guy is called server. This guy is called server. So what is the server, Nana? What do you say? Which respond to that resource. What we respond to the resource. Nana, you got what is client and server now? So you open from your laptop, you open the browser and you type google.com. The request will go to the server here. And server, what it will do, Nana? Server will respond to that resource. And this is called client and this is called server. Simple. Now I'm asking you again, Chiti. Stay with me. What is a client? Which request a resource. What is a server? Which respond to that resource. Clear? Now this server, this client and server, if they want to communicate, they both should be in the network or not. So you are all with me. Online people has logged into with the Zoom, and offline people you are with me here. We are all in the same network. If you're sitting in some other room, can you hear my voice? No. So we are all in the same network. So here also, if client wants to communicate to the server, they both should be inside the what? Network. They both should be inside the network. See, they both should be inside the network. Chiti, you know what is network? Okay, what are the things that you know in the network? Tell me, what will be there in the network? In network, what will be there? General thing. Data, router, switches, hub, firewall. So there are so many things will be there in the network. Yes or no? For example, I'm saying, so you have the hub is there, router is there, firewall is there, right? So many components will be there. Okay, let's say, for example, printer, you know, right? Printer is also one, it will be in the network also, right? Okay, now if I ask you a question, Nana, printer is a client or server? What do you say? Printer is a client or server? You are saying server. Hub is a client or server? We don't know. Or if I keep on asking a few things, you don't know whether that particular thing is a client or a server. Nana, instead of calling in network every component as a printer, hub, router, all these things, can I call it as devices? Can we call it as devices in the network? Everything in the networks are called devices. What is it today? Devices. What is that? Devices. This device can be either a client or a server. If any interviewer asks you, Babu Chitti, hub is a client or a server? Don't say it is a client or it is server. Say that it is a device. It can be either a client or it can be server. If it is requesting, it will be client. If it is responding, it will be server. You getting it? No, you getting it back, right? So here in the net, devices in the network, we call it as devices, and these devices can be either client or server. Chiti, you're getting it, Nana? Online, is this clear? Is this clear till here? CC, please. We'll go slowly, Aram say. No hurry, nothing. Let's have fun. Okay. Okay. Now I'm repeating here, Chiti. See here. So what is a client? Which request a resource. Very good. What is a server? Which respond to that resource. Very good. This client and server, they both should be in the network or not? Yes. So in the network, we call it as devices. And these devices can be either client or server. Clear? Okay. Nice. It is clear till here. Now, do you know there are different types of client server architectures? There are different types of client server architectures. Anyone know? Experienced people? 1 tier, 2 tier, eh, you know this, 3 tier. Which one? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. How many tiers are there? What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, and then 3 tier. So we have basically we have three types of client server architectures. What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. So are you interested to know what is 1 tier, 2 tier, and 3 tier now? Let's talk about that. Okay. So what is the first tier? Chitty, what is the first tier? 1 tier architecture. As the name clearly says, how many tiers are there? How many layers are there? In 1 tier architecture, how many layers will be there? Only 1 layer. How many layers will be there? Only 1 layer. What is a layer? We'll talk. Nana, in this IT industry, everything is depend upon the client server. Everything is depend upon client and server. So now we have three types of architecture: 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. So what is 1 tier architecture? I'm talking about that now. So 1 tier architecture meaning how many layers will be there here? Only 1 layer will be there. How many layers? Only 1 layer. What is that? Let's say, for example, I'm taking a real-time example here. Assume this is a laptop. This is a laptop. Okay. So I'll take some person name. Whose name should I take? Sunil. Okay, I'll take Sunil. So this is Sunil's laptop. Nice laptop, no? Okay. So this is Sunil's laptop. Assume Nana, Sunil is a developer. Who is that? Sunil is a developer. Who is developer? Who develops the code? Who is developer? Who develops the code? Who is writing Java, Java, Python, dot, all these things? Who develop the code is called developer. Okay, now what he did was Sunil has developed a nice website. Sunil has developed a nice website, but he is developing in his laptop. He is developing in his own laptop. So he developed the website. He developed where he developed in his laptop. That means, can I say the website is working in the local machine? The website is working in the local machine. Now he developed the website in his laptop and he is accessing from his laptop only. Now, can you tell me, can anyone can access from outside? Very good. Anyone can access from outside? Online cities. Anyone can access from outside this website? Yes or no? Answer is no. Answer is no. Because he is developed for in his own laptop. It is not exposed to everyone. He opened in his laptop, he opened the browser and he typed his website. It is working. So can you tell me, Chitty, here, this laptop is acting as a client and this laptop itself is acting as a server. Yes or no? Agree, everyone? The same device is acting as a client and the same device is acting as a server. How many layers? Only 1 layer. How many layers? In 1 layer itself, we have the client and server. In 1 layer itself, we have the client and server. The device is acting as a same device is acting as a client and the same device is acting as a server. Now tell me, is this good for everyone? Is this good for everyone? What is your answer? Yes or no? Louder. No. Who is this? Sunil has developed a nice website. If no one is able to access from outside, what is the use? Did he develop for his own purpose? No. Whatever the things that you are developing, that should be accessed by the customer or client from outside. If no one is able to access your website, what is the use of developing the website? So now tell me, Chitty, this 1 tier architecture is in use? Is it in use? It is useful? No. So I would say 1 tier architecture is fasak. Dead. 1 tier architecture is? Are we using 1 tier architecture in our industry? No. So now you understand what is 1 tier architecture. How many layers will be there in 1 tier architecture? Only 1 layer. In that layer itself, we have the client. In that layer itself, we have the server. You tell me, Chitti, is it good to have client and server in the both in the same machine? Louder. No, it is not good to keep the client and server in the same machine. What do we do now? Separate it. What do we do now? Separate it. If you separate, we'll have a client layer and you have the server layer. Fantastic. If you separate, you have a client layer and then server layer. How many layers are there now? And that is called two-tier architecture. What is that called? Two-tier. So let us go to the next beautiful one, which is called two-tier architecture. Nana, in two-tier architecture, how many layers will be there? Two layers. What are those? Super. So here we call it as client layer. And here we call it as what layer, Nana? Server layer. How many layers are there? Client layer and then server layer. Now, let's say this is the server. This is the server. Ooh. And these are the Nana client will be what is an example of the client that we took? Browser, no? There will be only one browser accessing the website. There are so many browsers, no? That meaning so many clients, no? So here I call it as client. In client layer, we have so many clients are there. So many clients are there. See? See, here we have so many clients are there. Now you tell me, do we need to really worry about these clients? Chitty, tell me, do we need to worry about these clients? Not required, because so many clients will be connected to your server. All these clients are connected to the server. See. All these clients are connecting to the server. Sit now. Okay. I want to be perfect so that, okay. Okay. Do you see that? All the clients are connecting to the server. What is this called? Server. What is this called? Server. Chitty, see here. If you take a server or if you take any machine, what you have in the bottom? In the bottom, you have hardware. What do you have? Say that. If you take any machine, what do you have in the bottom here? Hardware. We have here hardware. On top of the hardware, what we have? Anyone? On top of it, what we have here? What is that? OS. With OS, I remember one more joke. You want? Yes or no? Okay. So, very interesting. These are all realistic examples. In our college days, don't ask me the year. So in our college days, me and my friends were sitting in the class. And my friend asked, Arey mama, OS is coming, OS is coming, OS is coming. I was confused. OS, who is OS? Who is OS? Then we sat there for some time in the bench and he asked, Mama, did you saw OS? Is it Windows or Linux? What OS? No, he said, Mama, see there in the first bench she is sitting. Shia. What is OS, Re? And he said, OS meaning Ontari Sunita. So that is a full form of OS. So that is actual her surname, right? So basically OS meaning not that OS. OS here is operating system. What is this here? Operating system. Operating system. Okay, now you tell me. If you take a server, what do you have in the bottom? Hardware. What do you have in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, what do you have? Operating system. On top of the operating system, what do we have, Nana? We have application. What do we have? What we have? Application. So this application can be developed in any kind of language or not? let's say this application, assume it might be developed in your Java, it might be developed in .NET, it might develop in Python, etc. Assume that you have application. Chitti, if you have application, definitely need to have a database also or not? Definitely need to have a database. Okay. I'm keeping the database here. I'm keeping the database. Can you give me a few examples of database? Very good. MySQL, or what do you say? Oracle, huh? You can say Oracle. Okay, what is that? Oracle, MS SQL, etc. Don't worry about all these things. These are all the few examples of the databases. GTC here. Do you all agree this application is getting connected to the database? Yes or no? This application is connecting to the database. Now, this is the server. Assume it has 4 GB RAM. How much GB RAM? 4 GB RAM and 2 CPUs it has, and it has 50 GB hard disk. What is the capacity of the server? 4 GB RAM. What is the capacity of the server? Now see here, everyone. Chitty, here online, everyone. If you take a server, what do you have in the bottom? Hardware on top of it, operating system on top of it, application and database. We are keeping application and database in the same machine. We are keeping application database in the same machine. Okay, now I am asking this question. Chitty, how much is the server has? How much RAM the server has? 4 GB RAM. Whenever clients are connecting to the server, application will say to the operating system. Application will say to the operating system, "Arey wo operating system, arey bhai, hello, assign me 2 GB RAM. Assign me 2 GB RAM because all the customers are connecting to me only application. So I need to have a good power, no? So hey, operating system, assign me 2 GB RAM. Then database database is also seeing operating system like this. Hey, whoa, operating system, be careful. Assign me also 2 GB RAM. And our application is asking for how much GB RAM? 2 GB RAM. Database is also asking how much GB RAM? 2 GB RAM. How much the server has GB RAM? 4G. If the server is giving 2 GB RAM to application, 2 GB RAM to the database, what the server will have? What the server will have? 0. Is it the server will run now? So now here, application, database, operating system. Who are the 3 villains here? Application, database, operating. These will be fighting with each other. For what? Memory. For what? Memory. Application will say, hey, operating system, give me 2 GB. Database will say, give me 2 GB. Operating will say, array, if I give 2 plus 2, 4, I don't have anything. Nana, when the fight is happening in between all of them, who is the most affected person? Who is the most affected person? Client. Who is the most affected person? If the fight is happening between them, can they respond to the clients? Let's say I'm teaching you for first bench. They're all fighting with each other. Do you hear me if you fight each other? Do you respond to me? No. You're getting it. So here, whenever the fight is happening for what the fight is happening? For the resource. For the memory is a resource. CPU is a resource. Everything is a resource here. So can we say that here the fighting is happening for the resource or not? If the fighting is happening for the resource, who is the most affected person? Client. And what you will get here? Bad performance. If the fight is happening for the resource, does the server will respond? Server will not respond. And if the server doesn't respond, what the client will say? Bad performance. What all the things that you get? Tell me. You will say server crash. Do you get the response? No. Do you get the response from the server? No. What do you say then? Array server crash. Then what do you say? Down. Yes or no? What do you say? Server hang. Server is slow. Server is gone. Huh? Performance issues. Bad performance. Downtime. Not reachable. not reachable, right? And what do you say? Stuck, huh? Okay. Server is stuck. Freeze. Server crashed. Do you understand? These are the words that we'll be using if the server doesn't respond. Now, do you all understand why do you use these kind of words? Now you understand. Generally, till now, what you say? Array, server down, Ray. You go to the bank. You go to the bank, and what are the bank employees will say? Server down. You go to Mi Seva, server down, right? And then you're booking the Tatkal tickets, server down. Why server down? Lack of resources, memory issues in the backend. You're getting it. Now you understand. See how slowly I'm taking you to the topics. Slowly I'm trying to injecting in your brains because you will be a future architects. Now tell me, Chiti, again I'm coming back. If you take a server, what is there in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, OS. On top of it, application and database. Now question here is it recommended to keep application and database in the same machine? Answer is no. If you put it in the same machine, what will happen? What will happen? Fight will happen. What will happen, Chiti? Fight will happen. If you keep application and database in the same machine, what will happen? Everyone say, fight will happen. If the fight happen, what is the impact? Performance impact. Very good. What is the impact? Performance impact. You got my point? Everyone, online, you're getting Nana. So here, if I ask you, if application is requesting for how much GB RAM, it is saying, hey, Kavadar, I need 2 GB RAM. And database is also saying, I need 2 GB RAM. Right? And what will happen in between here? Fight will happen. If the fight will happen, what is the end result? Performance issues you will get. So finally, I'm saying here, is it recommended to keep application and database in the same machine? Answer is no. Application is like, see, application is like a Tom, database is like a Jerry. Can you tell me Tom and Jerry can be in the same room? Only one will, only Tom or either Jerry. Who will left? Tom or Jerry? Tom will left all the time. He will eat Jerry. Understand? So you cannot keep Tom and Jerry in the same machine, same room. Similarly, you cannot have application and database on the same machine. If you keep application database on the same machine, what is the problem? Performance issues you will get. What is that issue you will get? Performance issues you will get. Nana, is this clearer? Online, Chiti, is this clear till here? So it is not recommended to have the application and database in the same machine. What is the effect you will get? Performance issues you will get. You will get performance issues. Okay. Now the question is, sir, we understood what is two-tier architecture. In two-tier architecture, how many layers are there? 2 layers. What are those? Client layer, server layer. How many layers? 2 layers. What are those? Client layer, server layer. Do we need to worry about the client layer? No. Say that louder. Do we need to worry about the client layer? Answer is no. So in the server layer, what we have, if you take a server, what do you have in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, OS. On top of it, application and database. Is it recommended to keep application database in the same machine? What will happen? Fight will happen. If the fight will happen, what is the impact you get? Performance issues will get. So do you recommend this two-tier architecture in production environment? Okay, now you put, sir, what is production environment? Correct? I'll read your minds first only, right? So now everyone has this question. Many people knows what is production environment. So many people doesn't also know what is production environment. Should I talk about little bit on production environment now, which is equal to the real time? Let us talk about what is production environment. Okay, now, what is your, okay, let's say for example, this is mobile. Whose mobile is this? Ah, Bolo, what is your name? Hemant. Devraj. Should I call Dev? Ah. So we have Dev's mobile. So when no one is around you, you open your mobile and what you do? Why you're laughing, Ray? You play game, no? What is your favorite game? What is your favorite game? Okay, let's say, what's that? PUBG. Everyone likes PUBG? Yes or no? Okay, let's say, for example, let's take PUBG. Mario, PUBG, what is that? Ludo, all these things will be there. So let's say, for example, now here, Dave, okay, Dave, what he did is he opened his mobile and he opened PUBG. He opened PUBG. Whenever he clicked on that application, PUBG opened. Now tell me, everyone knows his mobile is a client or not? Mobile is a client. And this will be connected to what in other side? Server. What server is that? PUBG server. Yes or no, no, no? This will be connected to what server? PUBG server. See, this will be interesting. See, this is PUBG server. No, no. This Devraj, he is connecting to this PUBG server. And PUBG server is responding back to Dev's mobile. Yes or no? What is that called? Client server. What is that called? Client server. Now tell me, Devraj, what he's doing, he's connecting to that PUBG server. This is called, can we call it as a live server? If any customer who is connecting directly to the server, what is the server called? Live server or live environment. What is that? Live environment. In other words, we call it as production environment. In other words, what we call production environment. What is production environment? Which is directly available to the customer. Which is directly available to the customer. What environment, Nana, is this called? Production, or you call it as prod environment. It's called prod environment. You getting it? Any customer who is directly accessing the server, we call it as production environment. Okay, now example. In PUBG, I also never played PUBG. But I heard in PUBG, it's all about shooting game. It's all about shooting game. And you have so many nice guns are there, no? Which is your favorite gun? M1? M416? Okay, whatever. Okay, so AK-47. That I know, AK-47. So let's say, for example, AK-47 is a favorite gun that you are using, AK-47. Nana, this PUBG application is developed by whom? Developer only, no? This PUBG application developed by whom? Developer only. Now developer got a mind, he got a thought that, hey, I want to today introduce AK-57. AK what? 57. New gun. So now tell me what he do is, see, you have become a celebrity now, Dev Gun. People are saying, Dev Gun. Oh, Dev Gun. Okay. Ajay Devgan. Okay, nice, man. I like this. Okay. Now, Nana, this AK-57. Okay, I take Devgan. Devgan only. This Devgan will be developed by whom? Developer. So, he introduced a new gun called Devgan. Nana, Devgan is nothing but it's a code only, no? It's a code only. He developed the code. The Devgan is a code. Now tell me, developer has developed the code. Now tell me, can he directly put that code here in the main production environment? Tell me. Can whatever the development that he developed, can he directly push that code to the production environment? No, no. If Pusuk something happened, your live environment, your production environment is gone. Dev bro can play PUBG now? No, because production environment is down. Is that good? The service is not available to the customer. Is that good? If the service is not available to the customer will feel bad. In our IT industry, that is a major and dangerous thing we have. We should keep our customers always happy. Customers are our gods. Because customer is the only one who is paying the money. From that money only you will getting salaries. So we need to make our customer happy. When the customer will be happy, if the services are available, he will be happy. If the service is not available, he's not happy. You're getting it. I'm talking about realistic things. So here, what I do is, instead of this developer putting directly the code, what he do is, he put it in another environment called test environment. What is it, Nana? So whatever that he has developed, what he need to do? He need to test it. If everything is perfectly working or not. The dev gun is working or not, he need to test it. So what he do is, we'll put the code in the test environment and he'll run the code and make sure everything is working. If any problem comes, he will take the code again, he modify and push the code again here. Customer is impacting here? No, because we are doing in the test environment. Once the test environment is done, once everything is good, then we have something called, we have so many environment, but I'm telling you only few here, which we call it as pre-prod. What is that, Nana? Pre-prod. What is that? Finals, semi-finals. Prod, pre-prod. Pre-prod, prod looks similar. So once here, once the testing code is done, then the code is pushed to the pre-prod. Pre-prod is similar to the production environment. Yes, Arvind, you can put it to UAT also. There are so many, but I'm just going overview here. So pre-prod is actually same like production environment. If it is working in pre-prod, it will work on the production environment. So then if everything is good, then the code is pushed to the production environment. Now the clean, perfect, error-free code will go to the prod environment or not? Is there any chance there will be down there? No. So like this, here we call it as different types of environments we have. What are the environments you have? Tell me. Dev environment. Oh, sorry. This is the first one. We call it as dev environment. What is it, Nana? Development environment. What is that called? Development. You call it as dev environment. Tell me. Dev environment. Next. Test environment. Next. Pre-prod. Next. Prod. One more time. One more time. Dev environment. Test environment. Pre-prod. Prod. Which is a customer facing environment? Production environment. That's why we call it as production environment or live environment. Now the question for you City here, is it good? Is it this two-tier architecture is good for production environment? This two-tier architecture is good for production environment? Answer is no. Fantastic. Because what will happen? Fight will happen because we are keeping application database in the same machine. If you keep application and database on the same machine, what will happen? Fight will happen. What is the impact? Performance issues. So client will face the performance issues. So is it good this two-tier architecture for production environment? No. Is it good for a test environment? Test environment? Yeah. Test environment? Yes, you can go. Because that is not impacting your business. So do you all agree that this two-tier architecture is good for production environment? No. It's a big no for prod. Nana, you got this? Everyone, is it clear, Nana? Online, Chitty, till here? Let's see now. Chitty, see here. What is a client? Which requests a resource. Fantastic. What is a server? Which respond to the resource. Fantastic. This server and the client should be in the same network or not? This client and server should be inside the network. This client and server should be inside the network. In the network, we call it as devices. What do we call here? Devices. These devices can be either client or a server. I want everyone to speak. Client or a server. Now, how many types of clients or architectures are there? 3 types. What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. In 1 tier architecture, how many layers are there? 1 layer. So in that layer, the device is acting as a client and the same device is acting as a server. Is it good? So one tier it is dead. One tier is dead. We are not using it. What is the next tier? Two tier. In two tier, how many layers are there? Two layers. What are those? Client layer, server layer. Do we need to worry about the client layer? No. If you take the server layer, in that server, what do you have in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, operating system. On top of it, application and database. Application or database, is it recommended to keep application database in the same machine? Same machine? No. Why? Performance issue. What will happen? Fight will happen. If fight will happen, what is the problem you will get? Performance issues. Is it recommended to keep application database in same machine? No. These two. So do you recommend this two-tier architecture for a production environment? No. So you understand what is production environment? The environment which is facing to the customer is called the production environment. So there are so many different types of environments. What is the first environment you have? Dev environment. Next, test environment. Next, pre-prod. Next, super. Clearer? Next, come to the next architecture. Which one, Anna? Sir, you said one-tier architecture is not used. Two-tier architecture, not used. What is three-tier architecture? Let us see if that is used or not. So now, three-tier architecture. See here, Nana. Chiti, see here, everyone. In two-tier architecture, how many layers are there? Two layers. What are those? Client layer, server layer. What is the problem in two-tier architecture? Application or database are in the same machine. Is it good? What we need to do? Super. What we need to do? Separate it. Separate it. If you separate, how many layers we'll get now? Three layers. What are those? Client layer, application layer, database layer. Super, yeah. Client layer, application layer, database layer. You're getting it. And these, how many layers are there now? Three layers. Now you tell me, what are those three layers? Number one, we call it as client layer. Next, Nana, application layer. Next, database layer. Database layer. So how many layers are there here? Three layers now. Okay. So yes. So now in client layer, we have so many clients. Do we need to worry about these clients? No. So I'm taking this and putting it here. Okay. So these are all the clients. And here what we have? What server we have here? Super. What server we have here? Application server. This is called super. Very nice. Okay. So online people, those who have missed my yesterday's introduction about me. So just now, and by the way, Mr. Rajesh is your admin, course admin. Anything which is non-technical, you can check with them. Okay, online. Also, please save that YouTube URL or else click on it. So what server is this, Nana? Application server. What server is this? Application server. Please listen this carefully. Few minutes. What is this? Database server. If you take a server, what do you have in the bottom? Super. On top of it, operating system. Here also you have a hardware, and on top of it you have operating system. So on the bottom, what you have? Hardware. Here also you have hardware. And what you have here? OS. System. Here also you have our see. Now here, as this is applications, what do we have here? Super. What do you have here? Application. This application can be developed in any kind of language. Yes or no? What language? Java, .NET, Python, etc. And what we have here? Database. So this database can be MySQL, whatever it is. Okay, now this is the application server, no? Which has how much GB RAM? 4 GB RAM, separate. So it has 4 GB RAM, and this machine also has a 4 GB RAM. Now, in 3-tier architecture, what we did was we separated application server and then database server. Now, what is the problem with 2-tier architecture? We are keeping application and database in the same machine. That's why they are fighting with each other and they're dying. Now here, what we are doing? We are separating. We are separating Tom. We are separating Jerry. So if we separate Tom and Jerry, fight will happen. Huh? If fight is not happening, what is the end result you get? Performance. You'll get good performance or bad performance. Now, Chitty, now you understand how to give good performance to the customer now. Slowly, your mind is getting triggered, sparking little bit, right? So how to give customers a good performance in the back end, these are the few things that it's very important, right? So now, Nana Chiri, very important question. What is this server here? Application server. Now you know what is application server. But if I ask a question in interview they'll ask, what is application server? What do you say? What is application server? What is application? See, you understand the questions in interview. You know what is application server. But if you want to tell that, sir, it is here only. It is not coming out. It is on my tongue. It is not coming out. This is what we say. So what is application server? Simple, I'm saying. Keep it simple. Application server meaning where your application is hosted is called application server. What is application server? Where application is hosted or installed is called the application server. See, application server. What is application server, Nana? The server which has application hosted is called application server. What is application server? Say that. Say that, Anna. Where the application is hosted is called the application server. What is database server? Very good. What is database server? Yes, the server which has database installed, or you can say the server which stores the data is called what server? Database server. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Now you understand what is application server and what is database server? And all these clients will be connecting to this server. Yes or no? Future architects. You should be proud saying as an architect after 50 days. Yes or no? Louder. Yes. Okay, see here. Now, today, very important. Now you understood this diagram, whatever I have here written. See, we have the application server and we have the database server. What does the application server contain, Anna? What does the application contain? Code. What does the application contain? Code. What does the database contain? Data. What does the database contain? Data. Now the question here is, I'm giving an example. Now I want to talk to you. How should I call? How should I call you? By name. Yes or no? I should call you by name. Okay. If we both want to communicate with each other, how should I call you by name? Or should I call you with the Aadhaar number? Can I also call with Aadhaar number? So, okay, let's say for example, how do you identify by yourself? With your name and Aadhaar card from the government? Yes or no? With the name and with the Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card number can be duplicated or Aadhaar card number is unique. Aadhaar card number is unique. So if government want to identify you, you will get identified with the Aadhaar card number plus your name. I can call you with the name also. I can call you with the Aadhaar card number so that you can reply to me. That is in humans. In network, there are so many servers, so clients, so many. Instead of calling client server, what should I call now in network? Devices. What do we call? Devices. So in devices, how do they communicate with each other? Is the question. Human beings, we are communicating with each other with the name and then Aadhaar card number. How does the devices, the client servers, the devices communicate with each other in the network? Using IP address. Using what? Or host name. What? Host name meaning name of the server. What is IP address? What is IP? Internet protocol. Say this to interviewer. If someone say what is IP, internet protocol, that is a full form of IP. So what is IP address? Okay, what is Aadhaar card number? What is Aadhaar card? So Aadhaar card is a unique identification for the person in the society. Yes or no? Aadhaar card. Hey, good definition. No, Aadhaar card. Nice. Okay, what is Aadhaar card? Aadhaar card is a unique identification for a person in the society. Here, society meaning network. Here, society meaning network. Aadhaar card number meaning here IP address. Aadhaar card number here IP address. So for every device, IP address should be there or not? How does every device will communicate with each other using IP address? What is IP address? IP address is a unique identification for a device in the network. IP address is a unique identification for a device in the network. You're getting it. So now question here is, devices communicate with each other with what? IP address and host name. What is that? Say that. IP address and host name. Say that online people. IP address and host name. See here. Devices communicate with each other in the network with what? IP address, IP and host name. Say that IP and host name. So whenever I say that, you should start shouting. What is IP address, Chiti? Internet protocol. I'll say your definition first. Internet protocol. Internet protocol. Yes. IP is a unique. IP is it's a unique identifier for a device in the network. Can you say one more time for me? What is IP? IP is a unique identifier for a device in the network. What is host name? Name of the server. What is that? Aadhaar name is the name of the person, no? Similarly, what is the host name here? Name of the server. Now question for you. See, devices communicate with each other using IP address and louder IP address and host name. What is IP address? It's a unique identifier for a device in the network. Very good. What is host name? Name of the server. What is host name? Name of the server. You got this point, Nana? Online, is this clear, Nana, till here? CC? Super. I'm asking you a very important question now. First of all, I'll write here. Every machine has IP address and the host name. Every machine will have IP address and the host name. Okay. And by the way, application will connect to the database. Database will respond to the application. Now I'm asking the question, think and answer. Your application server should be in public network or private network? Say. Chapu. Bolo. Public or private? Okay, you are saying public. Okay, you are saying public. Okay, let's say. If you make this application server public, what is there in the application server? Code. What is there? Code. Developer day and night, he worked and developed the code. That Java, this Java, that library, that Boto, that Python, that is everything. Day and night, few months, he developed the code. And you took and put it in the application server and you made it public. What is the meaning of public? Everyone can come and knock the door. And all your hacker, whoever it is, everyone came to the application server, knocked the door, application server got opened. And what is there inside code? Usko. All code is gone. Now you tell me, application server should be public or private? Okay. Now you say private. This application server is private. And your customer, the clients are in public or private? Public. Can public people can directly communicate to the private server? Then how do they access the application then? You understand what I'm saying? If you make it public, hacking issue. If you make it private, no one can connect. You're getting it. You're getting the problem. So you cannot make application server public. You cannot make application server private here. But what is how do we do this? So on online experience people, what do you say? So I would say that your application server should be always private. What's that? Always private. Obviously, database server should also be in private. If it is private, customers can connect to the private server? No, because that is private. Can anyone directly come to your bedroom? That is private. So now, what I'm introducing is here, Nana, I'm introducing a wonderful gentleman, and his name is web server. Who is that? Say that louder. Web server. Because the problem here is I cannot make the application server public because code issue. And if I make it private, no one able to connect. So for that reason, who I made in front of one person, I kept one person. Who is that person here? Web server. You know what does the web server do? Web server will just take the request and then redirect to the application server. Now you tell me, this web server should be in public or private? Excellent. The web server should be in public. What is the job of the web server? It takes the request and redirect to the application server. Nana, do we have any code here in web server? No code. You're getting it. You're getting it. No code. If I ask you a question now, what is a web server? Tell me, which takes the request and then redirect to the application server. So now you tell me here, I'm writing, what is it? These are all interview questions, Nana. What is a web server? Which takes the request and redirect to the application server. Application server. So application server should always be in public or private? Application server. Application server should be always in private network. You understand? So now, all these things now has become 3-tier architecture. What is that? 3-tier architecture. Sir, what is this? You said 3-tier architecture, but how many layers are there now? 4. So will it become 4-tier architecture? No, we call it as N-tier architecture. What is it, Nana? N-tier architecture. So based on your requirement, you can keep on increasing the number of layers. Now tell me, do you recommend this 3-tier architecture for production environment? Yes, super. So it's a good for production, good for prod. And all these things, whatever we discuss, we'll be doing practicals also in coming days. But you all understand now? Now I'm asking you a question online, everyone, experienced people, especially you guys, please back me up. Isn't it important to know all these things in order to learn further? What do you say, experienced people? Do you see that, Nana? For experienced people, this is also new for you a little bit. See, without all these basics, how do you go and learn big, big things? Learning is okay, but all of a sudden, let's say, for example, you know how to ride a bike. You know how to ride a bike. All of a sudden, bike is off in the highway. What do you do? You should know little bit of troubleshooting, no? What to check, what to calcify there, what to do, what to do. You should know a little. Can't you be dumb? No. So here also, learning is fine. You learn good, but if something went wrong, you should be able to troubleshoot the environment. So that is the main thing in the real time people are lagging. So I will be taking that point and then putting in our course to make you very good in troubleshooting also. Now, what I said is here, this entire 50 or 55 days course, 55 days course, you will have 3 to 4 years of real-time experience with troubleshooting skills, interview questions, certification questions, and everything. You will be, after 55 days, you will be charged with all these things. Okay, now, let me, guys, don't leave the class until I say online. Quickly, let me ask the questions here. Okay, ready? Online people, everyone, please put it in the chat. So what is a client? Which request a resource. What is a server? Which respond to that resource. Client and server should be in the network or not? Yes, in the network, every component we call it as devices. These devices can be either client or a server. Fantastic. How many clients of architectures are there? What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. Which one is dead? Which one is not recommended? In 2 tier, how many layers are there? Or what are those? Client layer, server layer. In server layer, what is there in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, OS. On top of it, application and database. Is it recommended to keep application database in same machine? What is the impact that you will get? Server performance issue you will get. Do you recommend this 2 tier architecture for your production environment? No. So do you know the different environments? What are the environments that you know? Dev environment, test environment, pre-prod, prod. Very good. And then we have 3 tier architecture. In 3 tier architecture, how many layers are there? 3 layers. What are those? Client layer, application layer, database layer. Fantastic. So what is the big difference between 2 tier architecture, 3 tier architecture? In 2 tier architecture, we are keeping application database in the same machine. But here in 3 tier, we are separating. If you separate, what is the end result that you get? Performance, super good performance, you will get it. So what is application server? The server where the application is hosted is called application server. What is database server? Where the database host installed is called database server. Two devices communicate with each other using IP address and very good host name. What is IP address? Unique identifier for a network for a device in the network. Fantastic. And what is host name? Name of the server. Application server should be in public or private? Private. If it is private, customer client can connect? No. But what you need to keep in between? Web server. What is web server? Which takes the request and redirect to the application. Injected. Online. I get offline big yes. How about you? Online. Injected. This is what I said. You no need to do the revision. Tomorrow, don't do the revision. I'll ask the same question. You will be able to answer. Understood? Am I on my words? This is possible. Hypnotism. Huh? So the thing is here, not only this, every day till end of the last day of this course also, I'll be injecting in your brains without pain. That's why I said, give me a chance, take a chance. I'll kick this AWS in your brains without pain. Happy? Super. Excellent. Okay. So if you want, take the screenshots online if required, otherwise not required. Any questions online? Chiti, any questions? Architecture, Ramesh. Mainly we go with the architecture that includes 70% of the developer associate. Not possible, Sandeep. Sir, client will also have IP address and host name. Yes. That's why I said device. That can be a client or a server. I have completed my BCA and now I'm fresher. So please tell me. No. Mudassir, please go with AWS and then no need to go with any kind of coding language. Go with AWS first. Can you share pic? Will you share the notes? Yes. Once the batch is settled, you will be getting Google Classroom access where I'll be putting all the materials over there. Okay. Today, just first class, no? Enjoy the classes for next few days. And then we will share all the materials. This is interactive class, which I wanted. Thank you. Thank you, Amin. Sir, is there a fee for this course? Of course. Sir, I'm in a middleware project. Hello, configuration, AWS solution. Yes, I'm saying Sandhya and everyone, AWS will be 100% helpful irrespective of your domains. Irrespective of your domains. AWS skills is mandated to have nowadays. You can come here only, Rishikesh. This is first class. Yeah, Vamsi Krishna. Yes. Technical test. Yes. Sir, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful feedbacks. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. Excellent. Can you give the final CC for today, please? CC with smile online. And hold on, online people, hold on. Last one thing here, please. Hold on. See, on offline, see everyone. Tomorrow topic is a beautiful topic. I'm giving you one small touch, small hint today. You opened your laptop, you clicked the browser, and you typed google.com. When you type google.com, immediately Google page will come on your browser. But have you ever thought what is happening in the backend before Google page come in your browser? Have you ever thought? What you are doing till now is, whenever Google page is not coming, when you hit google.com and hit enter, if the Google page is not coming within 1 second, you start saying, this slow, that slow, this slow, you'll start scolding it. Yes or no? But what is happening in the backend? Tomorrow, I'll be introducing those networking topics. That will be really, really, really interesting class. Okay? Super, Nana. So your teaching method is very good. Thank you, Nana. Thank you. Now, can you give me the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. Don't miss the topic. So don't miss the classes. Tomorrow, I'll be taking all your questions all the tomorrow. Don't worry. So great. That is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next beautiful topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Good night. Don't miss the class. Bye.